Big Blue, stop right now. MetLife Stadium just exploded with breaking news, and one fact is already on the table. 4,807 combined yards from a quarterback who has the entire locker room on notice. Jackson Dart is officially being backed as the next NFL superstar. A rookie third-round wideout named Malachi Fields is quietly preparing to shock training camp, and KAYVON Thibodeaux is playing under an $85 million shadow. Insiders dropped the truth this morning. Teammates like Jermaine Elimumor and Jameis Winston are publicly declaring Dart as him on national television, signaling a massive culture shift in New York. If you bleed blue, white, and red more than you hate the Eagles, hit like and subscribe right now. We start with the quarterback praise that has Big Blue shaking to its core. Stay locked for the double cliffhanger. The New York Giants locker room has officially sent a warning shot across the entire league, and it all centers on their dynamic young starting quarterback. When you look at how sophomore slumps usually haunt developing quarterbacks, Jackson Dart is taking the exact opposite route by earning absolute, unconditional belief from every corner of the facility. Whispers turned into footsteps, and the identity everyone is talking about is Jackson Dart, with veteran leaders already placing him in elite company. Offensive tackle Jermaine Elimumor set the tone by telling TMZ Sports that Dart can be the best quarterback in the NFL thanks to an unmatched first-in-the-building, last-one-out work ethic. Then backup quarterback Jameis Winston went on live global television during Fox Sports World Cup coverage and explicitly declared that Dart is one of the next true superstars, adding, quote, "Jackson Dart here, man. He is next. He is him," end quote. That level of organic praise matches what head coach John Harbaugh saw when taking the job. Admitting Dart's competitive grit was a primary reason he came to East Rutherford. In 14 starts as a rookie under brutal conditions, the 22-year-old threw for 2,272 yards, 15 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions, while adding 487 rushing yards and 9 scores on the ground. Think about what those numbers mean when you realize General Manager Joe Schoen spent the entire 2026 offseason retooling the offense specifically for him. They drafted offensive tackle Francis Mauigoa 10th overall, signed free agent tight end Isaiah Likely, added wideouts Darnell Mooney and Malachi Fields, and brought in veteran linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to anchor the defense. The front office made sure Dart will never have to play desperate hero ball again. When you combine Harbaugh's no-nonsense coaching style with an upgraded offensive line and a dual-threat weapon who protects the football, New York is positioned for a monster statistical leap in year 2. What makes this endorsement from teammates so compelling is how it reframes the narrative surrounding Dart's rookie campaign. Critics pointed to his modest box score averages and a 32% deep ball completion rate on passes over 20 yards, but they ignored the surrounding context of a heavily injured unit that forced him to operate behind a collapsing pocket. Teammates saw him absorb brutal hits, dust himself off, and immediately command the huddle with veteran poise. Elimumor pointed out that Dart's decision-making in high-pressure, third-down situations showed a maturity rarely seen in first-year signal callers, proving his command goes far beyond standard playbook knowledge. Furthermore, Tiki Barber publicly praised Dart's ability to elevate receivers around him, noting that his dual-threat mobility gives the offense a distinct structural advantage against aggressive NFC East pass rushes. With an upgraded pass-blocking tackle in Mauigoa anchoring the right side and an offensive scheme tailored to run-pass options, Dart has all the tools required to transition from a promising rookie into a legitimate top-tier starter. Do you agree with Jameis Winston that Jackson Dart is a top 10 NFL quarterback in the making? Drop your exact touchdown prediction for Dart in the comments below. If you believe no, 6 is leading Big Blue back to the playoffs. Smash that like button right now and show everyone where you stand. But as bright as the spotlight shines on Dart, a rookie receiver is flying completely under the national radar. Stay locked. While the media circus focuses on veteran wideouts and Odell Beckham Jr. reunion chatter, a rookie pass catcher selected in the 3rd round is quietly setting up for a massive opportunity in training camp. Scouts called his physical play style pure boundary dominance, and the front office traded up to make sure he landed in East Rutherford. The question was not if he would fit the system, but when he would force his way onto the field. The name everyone is overlooking right now is Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame. Drafted 74th overall after New York traded up with the Cleveland Browns, Fields has been completely overshadowed by news of Malik Neighbors' knee recovery setbacks and the late free agent signings of Beckham, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Braxton Berrios. However, at 6 feet 4 inches and 218 pounds, Fields possesses elite boundary size and ball skills that none of the veteran slot receivers offer. In his final college season at Notre Dame, Fields led all Irish receivers with 17.5 yards per reception, hauling in 36 passes for 630 yards and 5 touchdowns in a heavily run-first offense. Bleacher Report may have omitted him from their national rookie watch lists, but the internal reality inside the facility tells a very different story. With long-tenured veteran Darius Slayton recovering from sports hernia surgery and Neighbors Week 1 status up in the air, Fields is entering training camp with zero pressure and everything to gain. The Giants' heavy veteran presence means Fields will receive the Lions' share of snaps during the 3-game preseason slate. That exhibition playing time will allow him to showcase his ability as a physical X-receiver who wins 50-50 contested catches outside the numbers. General Manager Joe Schoen explicitly called Fields a player they coveted for his length, athleticism, and catch radius. Taking a closer look at his collegiate tape reveals why the front office was so eager to move up 31 spots on draft night. Fields routinely dominated physical press coverage cornerbacks, using his 32-inch arm length to establish immediate leverage at the line of scrimmage. His signature performance against Pittsburgh, where he caught 7 passes for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns, showcased his rare ability to track deep passes over his shoulder while maintaining spatial awareness near the sideline. While national analysts overlook him due to the sheer volume of veteran receivers on the roster, coaches know that none of those older free agents possess the size-speed combination needed to consistently defeat single coverage in the red zone. Fields provides Jackson Dart with a massive, reliable target on back shoulder throws, giving the Giants a dynamic threat inside the 20-yard line that they haven't had in years. If Fields dominates against secondary DBs in August, he will skip the depth chart queue and earn immediate regular season targets from Jackson Dart. Do you think Malachi Fields will catch more than 5 touchdowns as a rookie? Drop your boldest prediction for his stats below. If you believe the Giants' rookie class is the best in the NFC East, smash that like button right now. But while the young receivers fight for targets, a former top 5 pick is facing a high-stakes financial crossroads. Stay locked, there is a massive $85 million decision hanging over the front office, and pretending it does not create a complicated dynamic on defense is no longer an option as training camp approaches. A situation 4 years in the making, or at least one that reaches a boiling point in 2026. Sources say the trade market was thoroughly explored this past spring, and the player everyone's watching is edge defender KAYVON THIBODEAUX. Drafted 5th overall in 2022, Thibodeau is entering the final year of his deal, playing on a 5th-year option worth $14.75 million. According to Dan Dugan of The Athletic, no player on the roster has more on the line this season than Thibodeau. After a standout 2023 campaign where he posted 11.5 sacks, his pass rush role diminished significantly following the trade for Brian Burns in 2024 and the drafting of Abdul Carter in 2025. He is now technically the 3rd edge rusher in the rotation, earning starter money. Spotrac projects Thibodeau's open market value at a 4-year, $85 million contract averaging $21.3 million annually. Paying that kind of money to a rotational edge rusher is nearly impossible for New York when Burns and Carter represent the long-term future. The Giants listened to trade offers during the offseason, but elected to keep him when the draft pick compensation fell short of their valuation. However, keeping him for the full 2026 season only to watch him walk for a potential compensatory pick 2 years later is a risky gamble. Thibodeau showed immense growth as a run defender last season, earning a career-high 80.7 PFF run defense grade, proving his value goes far beyond just chasing quarterbacks. At 25 years old, if he produces another double-digit sack season in sub-packages, his price tag will skyrocket. The financial friction here stems directly from the cap structure Joe Schoen has carefully constructed for the next 3 seasons. With Brian Burns locked into a high AAV contract through 2028 and Abdul Carter eligible for a massive extension down the road, committing $21 million per year to a 3rd edge rusher would destroy the team's ability to maintain roster depth elsewhere. Furthermore, insider Jordan Raanan confirmed that the Giants have no intention of offering Thibodeau a contract extension prior to Week 1, forcing him to play out the final year of his deal without any long-term security. While this creates a motivation-packed contract year for Thibodeau, it also puts the Giants in a precarious position. If a contending team loses a pass rusher to injury during training camp, Schoen could hold leverage to demand a premium Day 2 pick, allowing New York to reallocate cap space and draft capital toward building around Jackson Dart. Should Joe Schoen trade KAYVON THIBODEAUX before Week 1, or let him hunt quarterbacks in 2026? Comment trade or keep right now to join the debate and hit that like button to make your voice heard. But as the squad prepares for White Sulphur Springs, the entire outlook for Big Blue comes down to one final epic conclusion. 3 massive storylines, one defining moment for the New York Giants. A franchise quarterback in Jackson Dart earning absolute devotion from his locker room, a physical rookie receiver in Malachi Fields waiting to hijack the passing offense, and a former top 5 pick in KAYVON Thibodeaux fighting for an $85 million future. New York is no longer playing the role of a quiet rebuilder. The NFC East is a brutal, unforgiving division, but with John Harbaugh instilling a championship mentality and an upgraded roster surrounding Dart, Big Blue has the talent and trench depth to compete with anyone. If the offense clicks under Dart's leadership and the defense generates elite pressure through its deep rotation, the Giants will transform from preseason longshots into a dangerous postseason contender. The mathematical framework is locked in, and the journey to prove the doubters wrong starts right now in West Virginia. Here is what I need from Giants Nation today. 1. Smash that like button if you believe Jackson Dart will lead New York to a winning season. 2. Drop a comment below with your exact win-loss prediction for the 2026 campaign. Are we winning 9 games, grabbing a wildcard slot, or taking the division crown? 3. Subscribe to the channel immediately because every new subscriber helps us outshout Cowboys and Eagles fans while guaranteeing you get every single breaking update straight from training camp. But listen closely because the edge of the cliff is right here. Rumor has it via NFC East insiders that 2 rival contenders have already called Joe Schoen this week with revised trade offers for KAYVON Thibodeaux, offering a package that includes a future second-round pick. Meanwhile, Jackson Dart reportedly called an unannounced players-only passing camp with Malachi Fields and the receiving group last night, and what went down behind closed doors has the entire coaching staff buzzing. Which headline breaks first? Hit subscribe, stay locked, and let us bring the noise to MetLife Stadium.